There is no better feeling than when you know you're right, but everybody else thinks you're wrong. And they start squawking and they say, "Oh my God, no, he's such a jerk." Because they've lived their whole life in their little bird cage, getting their bird feed, eating their bird seed. Their human comes along and gives them their bird seed. And they chirp, 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 like a happy little birdie, because they don't care. They don't care about anything else outside of their own cage. If they're happy, there's no problems with this world. They don't care that the house is on fire. They don't care that there's another fire outside of the house. They just care, did I get my bird seed today? Well, that's when I come in with my baseball bat. And I start swinging, and I dismantle everything that they don't know is holding them back. Their cage, their house, their human. Bam! And of course, they're upset. They're like, "Squawk! Squawk! My oppressor! My cage! Squawk!" Because they don't know any better. And I do. And I get it. It's hard to accept that when your whole world comes crumbling down around you because you didn't realize that it was made out of the balsa wood. It was flimsy and it was falling apart and it was going to go any day now. You don't care. I want to know why. Pay very close attention in our society to the things that people blindly accept unquestioningly. Pay very close attention to the things that people in society just do. And just shut up and fall in line, because those are the things that nobody wants to question. That our overlords don't want us to say, why do we have to do this? Why do we have to pull over for ambulances? Why, if we hear a siren, do we just, okay, I'll do whatever you say. Captain, I'll pull over real quick. Go, of course. Go right ahead. Because you're important. Because you know better than me. Do you know how much an ambulance ride costs? I don't either, because it's so expensive, I haven't never been able to afford it. I bet it's thousands of dollars. I bet that if you look at what the limousine that Gwyneth Paltrow took to the Oscars, or whoever, I bet an ambulance would be more expensive than the most extravagant limousine. Why? It doesn't make sense. Why do we have to pay thousands of dollars to die? Why do we have to pay thousands of dollars to be able to afford to live? Not even, and I don't even mean that in a figurative way. I don't even mean that in we have to pay our bills and we have to pay for the water and we have to pay for rent. We have to pay money for people to save our lives. Why? And what's worse, every single paramedic, every single hospital person that I've ever met has been a jackass They walk around like they know they've got 10 inches on you. They're like, I'm a doctor. I'm a paramedic. Eat your vegetables. Do as I say. Obey me because I know more than you. Because I was a dork for longer than you. Do what I say. And if you even question me once, you're dangerous. You're a dangerous conspiracy theorist. Every time I hear an ambulance go by, I have to cover my ears because the threshold for human hearing is a certain decibel limit. There's a certain, I saw in a photo on Instagram of a chart that was the decibel level, how loud something could be before it was bad or before it damaged your hearing. And it was things like, in the green was like grasshoppers and crickets and the refrigerator and with the wind, things like that. And then it would get up to lawnmower, weed whacker, baby crying. And then up, look all the way up to the tippy top, ambulance. An ambulances are too loud. Why? We can all hear them. Why do they could be, my only point there is that we could turn them down, maybe 3 decibels. We could just turn the knob down a little bit, just a little, but they don't even want to consider that. Every time I would post a Facebook status and I would say, do you think that they could turn down ambulances a little bit? Everybody, no likes. Everybody thinks I'm joking. And then everybody comments and says, wow, there you go again, Dan. Why are they so loud? They are, you know why? Because they are entitled. Because they think, because they are our overlords, they want to damage our hearing because they want us to not be able to hear what's really going on. That's why ambulances are so loud. They hope that we become deaf because we're already blind. We already can't see what's going on. So their last bastion is that we can't hear what's going on. This morning was such a nice morning. It was such beautiful weather, 70 and sunny. Crystal clear, low humidity, beautiful. So I was driving with the windows down. And I pulled up to a red light. And of course, I hear the, but it's so much louder than that. Right behind me. Literally right there. Honking its horn. Bam, bam. It's got that loud horn. Bam. And the guy, I look in my rearview mirror at the ambulance person, the paramedic, and he's like, with his face like I'm some huge asshole, like I'm some gigantic jerk because I'm trying to enjoy my morning and because I'm stopped at a red light, because I dared to be in the street, because I dared to use the roads, which are a public utility. How dare I do that? How dare I go about my business on a Sunday morning and interfere with what they have to do? How dare I interfere with them pickpocketing some old lady $10,000 for taking them on an Uber drive? And why do all my friends make fun of me for getting an Uber to the airport? Because I got an Uber to and from the airport, $100. They all said, oh, look at Mr. Richie. He can afford an Uber to LAX. That must be nice. I guess you're picking up the tab tonight, Dan, right? Richie. But I bet if they hurt their little shoulder, or they didn't feel good, they would immediately ambulance. Call an ambulance. But it's really expensive. Are you sure you want to do that? Just help me. I need help. Call an ambulance. I have had enough. I have had enough. I have a gun in my car. And I've been waiting for a day to use it. Ambulance is by me. Bap, bap, bap. A douchebag in the driver's seat. Bap, bap. Get out of the way. Put my car in park. Little Jimmy, that's what I call my... Pull out little Jimmy. I get out. And I point it straight at that dickhead's face. He's looking down the barrel. And he's like... and he goes like this. And I go, BLAM! Pop, pop, pop! Crunch. Ambulance windshield crunches. And I say, not today. Not today. Not in my America. I'm cutting down the birdcage. I can't say the rest of what happened. But if you're thinking to yourself, did he really do what I think that he did? Yup. I'm glad. I'm glad. And you should be thanking me because I set you free. If you follow me, I'll lead you straight into the sunset. Freedom. Wake up, people. Wake up. Something is going on. And your alarm is going off. You can't hit the snooze button any longer.